Soccer, NBA, and UFC highlight the sports lineup. Euro matchups, Turkey and Italy, Friday on ESPN with Belgium and Russia Saturday on ABC. Game 3 of this series on ABC. Jazz Clippers from LA, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, Saturday night. UFC 263 on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Now that is a lineup. And speaking of the Euro matchups, Rudy Gobert, folks, tells me, and because I asked him, that the French team, okay, Pogba, Mbappe, and Benzema, and I'm sure Batum would agree, is ready to win the Euro competition coming up. The former World Cup champs are going to get it together and do it again. Inside, O'Neal with the layup. So O'Neal coming off an 8-point game in game 1. Jackson off the Leonard screen. O'Neal right up into Paul George. Great defense. George makes tough shots, though, Doris.
Yeah, that's nicely done. Gets a little separation with a level of physicality. He's got 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting. Interesting they made the switch with Royce guarding Paul and Bogey guarding Kawhi. That's how they finished the game.
Clarkson goes quick on the baseline inside, couldn't get it to Favors, and off the turnover, here come the Clippers. Jazz back in transition. Leonard fouled by Clarkson.
Jazz hurting themselves here a bit, Mark. 7 turnovers thus far in the first half.
14 foul, meanwhile, against Utah. It'll be side out of bounds. Batum will put the ball in play for the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Leonard off the pin down. Rips through. More senior on the drive. Got it to go around Favors.
Yeah, they got the Jazz in the blender. The Jazz is usually the team that likes to push in the blender with the movement and the drives to the paint. That was a good offensive possession started by Kawhi.
Donovich with the floater, draws the foul. And you know what? When Donovan Mitchell slammed on the brakes a moment ago, he was reeling a little bit afterwards. Morris with a nice play here. Donovan Mitchell having a little conversation with Quinn Snyder.
Good tough drive by Morris.
Donovich missing on the first. Let's go back to that play a moment ago, Doris. After this really hard stop, Mitchell came up a little limp.
Well, remember, the ankle caused him to miss the final 16 games. He clearly winces. You could see it in the look on his face. And then he went right to Quinn. And they were communicating on the sideline. He stays in the ball game. Let's watch this, Mark.
Game's leading scorer so far with 21 points here in the first half. Jackson got around him, and Gobert was waiting for him. Gobert switches on to Jackson, and now they switch back. Leonard goes around the back. Couldn't get the jumper to fall. Here's Ingles. Kawhi Leonard with just 9 points so far in the first half. Mitchell got good elevation on that 3, even though he missed. And a foul underneath, going to go against Los Angeles.
And this is Royce O'Neal, because Royce O'Neal in game 1 has done a tremendous job being a factor on the glass. And his willingness to dig out some possessions by fighting and battling. And Quinn talks about this all the time. When Rudy goes to challenge, they need this guy to board it. Look at what he did, 11 rebounds.
Look at the numbers for Royce O'Neal as Gobert goes back to the free throw line and knocks down the first. O'Neal is tied for 6th, at least was during the regular season, in defensive win shares. And there is a feeling that he is